What is the most important thing to tweak on my Facebook ads when trying to make them more successful? Okay, so when I run my Facebook ads, I really pay attention to a few things. First of all, if I'm doing an image, then I will play around with the contrast and the brightness of the image. Sometimes I'll also change the size of the image. So you can make it like 16:9, or you can make it square, or you can make it like 4:3 or 3:4 or something like that. And Facebook gives you all these options in the customization where with one click you can resize things. But the most important parts of a Facebook ad are going to be the first line of the actual copy. And that's actually really, it's not technically the headline, but it really is the headline of the ad. So that first line of the copy. So whenever I'm running an ad, I always call out the person that I'm trying to attract. So my stuff always starts with like, hey lawyers, or hey law firm owners, or criminal defense lawyers always make this mistake or something. You always want to call out the people that you're targeting. So, you would say, fathers going through a divorce make these 3 mistakes every single time, or, people in debt up to their eyeballs need to read these 3, this white paper or whatever. So that's one thing, the first line, and I'll test a couple different one of those to see what actually gets the reaction. I also test the actual Facebook headline, and that's the thing that on the ad, it goes below the image or below the video, and it's in the box next to the button. So I typically do, 2 or 3 different headlines there. I'll test the button. So, sometimes it's sign up, sometimes it's learn more, sometimes it's watch now. If it's a image, you can actually even get rid of the button altogether. With video, you still have to have a button, but you can sometimes I'll even try it without the button. So I test that. If it's a video, I'm sure you've seen a lot of my videos. Typically, we'll have a red bar at the top and the bottom. It'll say, hey lawyers, or hey law firm owners, or do you need more law firm clients, like different things like that. So I'll test those types of things out. I don't test that so much anymore, just because I've never found anything to work better than hey lawyers, and I've been doing this for 2 years testing it. So that's one thing that I don't really test that much anymore, but you don't know what's going to work. Unless you're targeting lawyers, you don't know what's going to work. So, you can definitely test that as well in the video. But yeah, that's typically what I test. I'll test the first line, which I call the pattern interrupt. I'll test I'll test the headline. I'll test the button. I'll test the I'll change the contrast of the image. I'll change the image size. There's a lot of stuff you can do that you can change on Facebook that all kind of collectively can work pretty well. And then what you'll find is you'll find one variation works really well and the others don't work so well, and then you just kind of keep leaning towards that, and your ads just continue getting better and getting better and getting better and getting better, because you now know kind of what works and what doesn't work.